Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. I wish to our respected lecturer. I are Dr. Muhammad Azri bin Muhammad Rusli. We are Group 6 and today we'll be presenting our project entitled Lean 7S Implementation for the Mechanical Engineering Laboratory, which is a Metrology Coordinated Measuring Machine or CMM Laboratory.
And now, before we begin our presentation, let me introduce you to our team members who work together on this Lean 7S implementation project. Starting from the left, we have Nur Afrina Shafika binti Hazrul Nazli, followed by Muhammad Alif Shah bin Azhar Shah, and in the middle, our group leader, Muhammad Daniel Izwan bin Muhammad Rozli, followed by Shamak Iqbal bin Shamah Hizur, and finally, Nur Salma binti Zainal. Together, we are Group 6, and we work collaboratively throughout this project, from identifying the workplace issues, conducting the root cause analysis, developing the visual management materials, implementing the improvement, and finally evaluating the expected outcome.
The CMM laboratory is a precision measurement laboratory used for dimensional inspection and quality control. Since it contains sensitive measuring equipment, maintaining a clean, organized, and safe working environment is essential to ensure accurate measurements and efficient laboratory operation. So, our project is focused on applying Lean 7S principle to identify workplace issues and implement practical improvement. These improvements include cable management, removal of caution flow tape, visual management through poster and SOPs, safety signage, and housekeeping. All improvements were complete within a limited time and budget while aiming to enhance workplace organization and safety.
The main objective of this project is to improve the organization, safety, and efficiency of the Metrology CMM laboratory by applying Lean 7S principles. Specifically, we aim to create a cleaner and more organized workplace by removing unnecessary items, improving cable management, and enhancing visual management through posters and standard operating procedures. We also wanted to improve accessibility for laboratory users and make the working environment safe and easier to maintain. Overall, this project encourages a culture of continuous improvement where even small and low-cost changes can contribute to a more efficient, standardized, and professional laboratory environment. Lean 7S is a workplace organization methodology that helps improve efficiency, safety, cleanliness, and standardization. It is an extension of the traditional 5S by adding two additional principles, which are safety and service, making it more suitable for engineering laboratories. The 7 principles are sort, which removes unnecessary items, set in order, which organizes tool and equipment, shine, which focuses on cleaning, standardize, which establish consistent procedures, sustain, which maintains the improvements, safety, which reduces workplace hazards, and service, which improve equipment readiness and the overall user experience. These principles guided our team in planning and implementing the improvement in the Metrology CMM laboratory.
Assalamualaikum, so my name is Shamak Iqbal, and now I will explain the overall framework that our team followed throughout this improvement project. So, our project begins with the current state assessment, where we observe the existing condition of the CMM laboratory. So during this stage, we identified several issues related with safety, workplace organization, standardization, and also visual management. So after identifying this problem, we discussed with the laboratory assistant, Encik Shah, to find out the root cause analysis and to understand why these issues existed instead of simply addressing the symptom. So based on the findings, we proposed several Lean 5S improvement where each team member was assigned different tasks and also responsibilities, which include the safety signage, emergency information, flow tape replacement, cable management, inventory organization, and also visual management through poster and also SOP, machine labeling, workstation setup, and also waste management. So the proposed improvement were then implemented in the laboratory, followed by the evaluation. to ensure that the change supports continuous improvement, which is one of the main objectives of the Kaizen approach. So overall, this structure framework allows us to systematically improve the CNM laboratory into a more safer, more organized, and more efficient working environment.
I will present the next part, which is the project effectiveness of our Lean 7S implementation in the CMM laboratory. So, as you can see here, before the implementation, several issues were identified during our laboratory assessment. We observed limited safety signage, unorganized machine tables, and the absence of machine labels, and a standard operating procedure display. So basically, all of this stuff were either disorganized or it was not even absent. So in addition, there's also a lot of dust that were accumulated around the CMM and workstations due to the inconsistencies of housekeeping practices. We also found that there was no dedicated waste bin inside the lab. This encouraged improper waste disposal inside the lab, and also the storage area were not fully organized. These issues affected the workplace cleanliness and overall the laboratory efficiency. Okay, so now this is after implementing the Lean 7S improvements. So the laboratory showed the environment of the laboratory showed significant improvements. So the safety signs and an emergency information board was installed to improve the safety awareness. Machine cables were also organized and cleaned, and they were also secured with cable ties. The machine labels and SOPs were also displayed to standardize the laboratory operations. These SOPs and also the machine labels are printed by ourselves with poster size of ranges in A4 or in A2 or in A1 too. So, as a part of the Seiso or shine principle, the laboratory was thoroughly cleaned, and a dedicated waste bin was also installed to promote proper housekeeping. Storage areas were also reorganized using lean principles, making the laboratory feel more cleaner, safer, and more systematic for daily use. Okay, now let's move on to the next topic, which is lean and quality tools that are used in this project. So, first, to achieve these improvements, our project applied the Lean 7S methodology. We began with sort, where unnecessary items were removed and storage was organized. Set in order focused on arranging machine cables and improving accessibility. Under Shine, we carried out deep cleaning of the laboratory and installed a waste bin to maintain cleanliness. Standardized involved displaying the SOPs, machine labels, and emergency information boards to ensure consistency. Sustain encourages users to maintain these improvements through regular housekeeping. Finally, safety was strengthened by installing safety signs, while service improves the overall usability and maintenance of the laboratory. So, during this project, my responsibility was mostly under Shine, which is Seiso, uh, where I carried out most of the cleaning. And for example, I did sweep the floor. I also cleaned the tables that are in the laboratory, and also provided a dedicated waste bin to improve the housekeeping in the laboratory. So, aside from 7S Lean, we also applied several quality improvement tools to support the implementation. So, firstly, is the 5 why analysis was used to identify the root cause of workplace issues. Visual management was implemented through the safety signs, machine labels, SOPs to improve communication and organization. We also adopted the Kaizen concept by introducing continuous small improvements throughout the laboratory. This is mostly used as we went to the lab 2 times. Firstly, we see any improvements and that we can be done on that day, which mostly was cleaning, and then on the next day we put up the posters and also did a little more cleaning and organization. Finally, a check sheet can be used to standardize the routine cleaning and inspection activities, helping to sustain the improvement over time. So overall, these improvements results in a cleaner laboratory environment, enhanced workplace safety, better organization and accessibility, improved equipment reliability, and support for continuous of all of all Lean 7S practices. So that concludes my part for this study. I will now hand over to the next presenter for the business model implementation.
This slide explains how our Lean 7S project was implemented through Kaizen activities, the improvement process, and feature digital enhancement for the Metrology CMM laboratory. The first section shows the Kaizen points, which are the continuous improvements we carry out after identifying the existing problems in the laboratory. Initially, we observed several issues such as the absence of a proper safety information board, a temporary paper notice attached to the entrance, loose machine cables that pose a safety hazard, the lack of machine instruction poster, unorganized storage, and dust accumulation around the CMM. Using the Lean 7S approach, we implemented several low-cost improvements. We installed a laminated CMM safety information board, replaced the temporary paper notice with a professional laminated safety sign, secured the machine cable using cable ties, installed a CMM part poster and quick start guide, labeled and organized the storage area while removing unnecessary items, and carry out deep cleaning together with a cleaning checklist. These small improvements significantly enhance workplace safety, organization, and standardization without requiring a large investment. The second section explains our implementation process. First, we conduct a site observation to understand the current condition of the laboratory. Next, we identify problems related to safety, organization, cleanliness, and standardization. We then plan suitable Lean 7S improvements based on the identified issues. After that, we implemented the improvements, including installing safety signs, preparing the emergency information board, replacing floor, organizing machine cables, installing SOP posters, labeling storage areas, and performing deep cleaning. Finally, we evaluated the result using inspection and 7S audit checklist before standardizing the improvements to ensure they can. These improvements created value for laboratory in several ways. First, laboratory safety was improved by reducing trip hazards and providing clear safety information. Second, a cleaner and more organized environment support more accurate CMM measurement. Third, standardized workstation and labeled storage reduced the times required to locate equipment and document. Finally, the laboratory now provides a more professional and user-friendly environment for student and laboratory staff. Although this project focused on 7S implementation, we also propose several feature digital improvements. For example, a digital 7S audit checklist could replace paper inspection forms and automatically record monthly audit results. In addition, a digital maintenance log could be introduced to record calibration history, schedule preventive maintenance, and remind technicians of upcoming maintenance activities. This feature enhancement would support continuous improvement while making laboratory management more efficient.
I will continue the presentation with the benefit of the project. So after implementing all the proposed improvement, several benefits can be observed. Firstly, the project improved the laboratory safety through the installation of the safety sign, emergency information board, emergency shutdown instruction, and also a clearer visual guidance. So this improvement help the user or student become more aware of potential hazard and also emergency procedure. Secondly, the project enhanced the standardization and also the consistency. The introduction of the machine instruction poster, quick start guide, and also machine labeling provide user or student with the standardized operating information, which making the CMM machine easier to understand and also operate correctly. The laboratory also become and be better organized through the improvement of the inventory storage, proper cable management, clear workstation arrangement, and also better waste management. This reduces unnecessary clutter and makes equipment easier to locate. In addition, this improvement increase the efficiency and also productivity by reducing the time spent for searching a tool and also asking the person in charge or laboratory assistant for guidance, which allow student or user to focus on their practical work. Most importantly, this project supports the principle of Lean 5S and also Kaizen by encouraging continuous improvement, workplace discipline, and also a more systematic approach to laboratory management. Overall, our project demonstrates that even a simple and also a low-cost improvement can have a significantly enhance the safety, organization, and also efficiency of the CMM.
To ensure that the improvements are sustainable, regular monitoring and maintenance should be carried out by both laboratory technicians and users. The cable organization should be checked periodically to ensure the cables remain neat and do not create safety hazards. The machine information board, SOP poster, and safety signage should also be kept in good condition and updated whenever necessary. In addition, regular cleaning and workplace inspection should be performed using checklists to maintain the laboratory's cleanliness and organization. By practicing Lean 7S continuously, the laboratory can maintain a safe, efficient, and well-organized working environment while supporting continuous improvement in daily operation.
This slide shows the total budget used for our Lean 7S implementation project. Our objective was to complete the improvement using simple, practical, also low-cost material. The major expense were the A1 CMM machine parts poster, which cost 15 ringgit Malaysian, and the A2 CMM SOP poster that cost RM10. Other material including the cable tie, tape, washcloths, and nanotape, which is double tape, each costing RM220 cents. We also spent 8 ringgit on A4 printing and color laminated posters. Overall, the total project was RM41.80 cents. So this demonstrates that meaningful lean improvement can be achieved with a relative small budget. By focusing on practical and cost-effective solutions, we were able to improve workplace organization, visual management, and safety without requiring expensive equipment or major modification.
In conclusion, the Lean 7S implementation successfully improved the Metrology CMM laboratory by enhancing workplace safety, organization, cleanliness, and standardization through simple and low-cost improvements such as safety signage, cable management, SOP poster, inventory labeling, and deep cleaning. We created a safer and more efficient work environment. With a total implementation cost of only 41 ringgit 80 cents, this project demonstrates that continuous improvement does not require a large budget but can still deliver significant benefit. Thank you for your attention.